Hello. Today is a long-awaited video by some of you. I just know for the past year or even couple of years in the time I was away from YouTube that you guys were requesting an updated hair routine video. The reason I'm so bad about filming these is because I feel like as a natural, as a curly person out there, I'm sure you can agree, our work is never done. And so I feel like my routine is never good enough to share yet. But the fact of the matter is I'm doing my hair every week, every day, and I just might as well share what I'm doing in the moment with you. And I can always make an updated one of these. Hopefully it doesn't take another 2 years. But yes, before I get too far into this video, I do want to shout out something that's really important to me right now. A follower named Amy reached out to me on Instagram, and she works for the National Alliance on Mental Illness. This is not sponsored, what I'm talking about right now, but I think it's very important since a lot of us are dealing with this pandemic, maybe experiencing a lot of anxiety, a lot of isolation, and basically she and I just want to share some resources with you to help in this time. I've linked below 5 things you can do for your mental health right now, and they are also offering online classes and support groups all over the world. You can be anywhere in the world and participate in these, so I think that's amazing. Those will be down below. Thank you again, Amy, for letting me know about this. So with that intro, let's go ahead and get into my hair. So my curl type, you can see it, but I think what's more important than curl type is porosity. And this is something that I have been misunderstanding for the past 6 years since I've been natural, or pretty much all my life, technically. I finally figured out my porosity by just doing the simple water glass trick where you take a strand of hair after you've cleansed, there's no product on it or anything, you put it in a glass of water, and if it sinks, you have high porosity hair, and if it floats, you have low porosity hair, and if it's hanging out somewhere in the middle, you've got normal porosity. So yes, I have low porosity hair, meaning my hair shaft is very, very tightly closed. She doesn't like moisture. This all makes sense considering the microaggressions I've received from hairdressers throughout the years telling me, wow, it's like your hair rejects water. It's like, yes, Shelly, it does. And there's just nicer ways to say that. I also experience a lot of breakage, dryness. So those are my hair concerns, and that's what my routine revolves around. With all of that said, we'll get into our next chapter. What do I use? So regardless of the products that are in rotation, I have pretty much 8 steps that I follow. The first one is some sort of pre-poo, pre-shampoo treatment. It could be, just some sort of conditioner, some sort of oil on the scalp. Number 2, cleanse, some sort of shampoo, co-wash, basically anything that's going to clean my hair. 3, condition. Typically this is some sort of deep conditioning treatment. 4, a leave-in conditioner, which immediately goes into step 5, a cream. I have to layer these 2 no matter what. This is what helps my hair stay hydrated. Number 6, some sort of gel. It's funny, for the longest time I was like, why is my hair ugly? When I moved to Minnesota, all of a sudden it's like I forgot how to do my hair. And I forgot that when I first started my curly routine, I was always using gel. And then for some unknown reason, I stopped using gel. And then I started using gel again. And now we're back where we should be. Step number 7 is some sort of heat protectant, because I do stretch my root using a blow dryer on low heat. And 8 is a step that I guess kind of happens, but some sort of oil or serum might be the finishing touch to my look. Usually it's the day after I wash my hair, I'll apply a little serum and add some shine, add some nice smell, and do all of that. As curly, natural folks, we love products. We love hoarding products. And for this video, I want to highlight different brands, different products at various price points, just depending on the situation you're in. I've got drugstore recommendations, and I've got some very high-end recommendations. So yeah, a little something for everyone. I think it's also important to mention that I take vitamins every day, just like a daily woman's vitamin that's got biotin and many other things, which helps to strengthen my hair. A well-rounded diet is important, drinking lots of water, avoiding stress as much as you can, but of course that's not always easy or feasible. But basically also just being gentle with your scalp, gentle with your strands. These are all things you must incorporate into a routine in order to have a beautiful, holistic, curly experience. Okay, so with all of that said, let's get into the routine itself. Numero uno, the pre-poo. I have been actually trying out this for the past few weeks. This is from Acre. I bought the whole set from this brand because I have been eyeing it forever. I mean, look at this cute packaging. Are you kidding me? But I've not seen anyone with my hair type at all review this on YouTube, Reddit, anywhere. So here I am taking one for the team, reviewing it for you guys today. And it's expensive, so just be aware. But anyway, so I will use this, and I have been using this. Basically, it's like a cold processed scalp detox. I don't really love the word detox because toxins and what does that even mean? But basically, this removes buildup, stimulates hair growth. Some of the key ingredients are moringa oil, basil leaf for its antibacterial properties. Baobab oil also is very healthy for the hair follicles. So it's just got a lot of good stuff in this. And I'll basically section my hair out, apply this oil to the root, and give myself a little massage. And then put on some sort of conditioner. There are pre-poo products on the market. That was just a lot of P's. So my all-time go-to is the Verb Hydrating Mask. Oh, goodbye. Yeah, this is probably like my 5th container of this. Full transparency, I am a Verb friend now. So I have like a link, which I'll leave below. If you want to shop with me, you can get a discount. I get a little commission. But yeah, I've been using this even before all of that. So this is a stellar product. I also might just use the conditioner from the Acre range. So basically some sort of conditioner. I also add to each section, twist them to keep them kind of in their own secluded little spots. And then I'll like either chill for 20 minutes or in yesterday's case, I went grocery shopping. So whatever you want to do, just to pass the time, let that stuff sit in and marinate. That's all you got to do. Step number 2, cleanse. On a real wash day, I'm going to be using like a real shampoo. But if it's like a quick wash day in the middle of the week, I might just use a co-wash product or just use a conditioner as a co-wash. No surprise, the shampoo I've been reaching to as of late is of course no surprise, the Acre Cold Process Hair Cleanse. And this is the kind of product where they recommend you like apply it once, rinse it out, and then apply it again if you really want to get some good sudsing action. But I found that I only do that if I literally have not washed my hair for like a week and a half to 2 weeks. Beyond that, just using it once, I feel like you get enough of a lather, you'll see in the video. So I apply that to each section, and then when I'm done, I still twist up each section just to stay organized, basically. Another option, if you don't want to go quite so steep, this one is $18. This is the Verb Curl Shampoo. All of their products are $18, but their curl range is really nice. They sent that to me like a few months ago when they were promoting it. It's got your classic sort of curly person ingredients like glycerin, which is just really nice at moisturizing the hair. And it also has sunflower seed oil, which is great for a multitude of reasons, but it also has UV protection qualities, which is pretty crazy. So that's also a great option. If I am going to co-wash though, like I said, I might use like that Acre conditioner, might use the conditioner from the curl range from Verb, or my really great budget recommendation. This is not cruelty free, unfortunately, but pretty much everything else in this video I'm talking about is cruelty free. But this is not. This is the Aussie Miracle Curls co-wash. I just needed it in a pinch at one point, but this stuff is bomb. This whole line is actually bomb. So if you're on a budget, this is where I kind of recommend you go first. This has coconut and jojoba oil, which typically my hair does not love coconut, but it does fine with this range. I also love the ingredient list on this because it is very short, which is a good thing. So yeah, and you get a ton of product. This is 16.9 fluid ounces and it is $5. So compare that to the Verb one, which I said was $18, and this is 12 ounces. And of course, the big boy Acre hair conditioner. This is $28 for 10 ounces. So all different options for all different people watching this video. Getting into step 3, condition. If I co-washed my hair, that's basically it. I'll kind of just like leave that on in the shower, let it do its thing, rinse it out and style. But if I'm shampooing my hair, then I will always deep condition. And the deep conditioner I've been loving as of late is the Adwoa Beauty Baomint Deep Conditioning Treatment. She is lovely. This smells so good. And this is an indie Black woman-owned hair care brand. Yes, we love to see it. And this brand is amazing. I have several products from the range that I bought myself. Very minty and refreshing. This feels so good going on your hair and scalp after you've used your hair oil on the scalp. You've cleansed, and now here we are with this lovely deep conditioner. This is also the time in my process where I will finally detangle my hair. I only finger detangle, no combs, no Denman brushes, none of that. I've just found that's what works best for me. And I've also found that only starting to detangle as I'm applying my deep conditioner really minimizes my breakage and shedding. So I slowly work through each section, being very cautious of not pulling my hair, starting at the ends, working my way to the roots, all of those standard kind of rules until I am finished detangling each section. And then I twist them as I've been doing. And as you can see, this is like the least, well, what am I trying to say? The shed hair that I have here is like half the amount that I had been getting on my weekly wash day. So whether it's the expensive cold processed hair products, whether it's this lovely deep conditioner, whether it's just the way in which I'm applying these products, something has been working for me. So I'm very excited. And yeah, after that, I kind of put my hair up and I make sure to cleanse my body. At this point, I am using a Necessaire shower gel. That does not relate to this video, but I just bought those products and I'm really excited. Hopefully I can do a review in the near future. Hop out of the shower and then I will toss my hair up into a reusable shower cap. And I actually talked about this a couple of years ago when I was in college, when I first bought this shower cap, because it was expensive and I was not sure if it was going to be worth the investment. But I've had it all these years, never bought another one, and it's still going strong. So I use this for doing my deep conditioners. It works very well. And I'll basically use like a heat cap, hop into bed, chill, whatever, with like a robe on for around 30 minutes as I let that heat cap kind of open the hair follicle, allow that goodness from the deep conditioner in, which I didn't even mention what makes the deep conditioner so great. It's got baobab oil, which again is just really good for the scalp and the hair. It treats dandruff, dry scalp, eczema, psoriasis, rosacea, so much. Basically, it is a powerhouse ingredient. We could call it the mitochondria ingredient. It's got biotin for hair strength. It has spearmint, peppermint, and wintergreen oils, which all have antifungal properties, as well as omega-3s and fatty acids. So again, just supplying the hair with really great nutrients. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention it has nettle, which helps with hair loss. So yes, like I mentioned, that was kind of something I was struggling with a bit, and I do feel like it's been helping. So once the time with my deep conditioner in is up, I feel like something that was hindering me in my routine was having to get back into the shower and rinse out my deep conditioner. I hated it, and since I hated it so much, I just wouldn't deep condition my hair, or I would use some sort of like, for instance, I have this here, the 3-Minute Miracle Curls deep conditioner. So it's like one that you leave in for 3 minutes and go. And that's fine on occasion, but when you have natural hair, it is really important to actually deep condition the hair, let it sit in for a long period of time, preferably with some sort of heat cap, which by the way, the heat cap I'm wearing in the video, I don't even know where it's from. My mom got it forever ago when she would do my hair like as a kid. It's probably from Sally's, I don't know. But anyway, I found now the easiest solution, and this is a solution that many people do, is just rinsing my hair in the sink. I just really concentrate on getting the product off of my scalp and kind of let the conditioner run through the rest of the hair strand. So it leaves some of the conditioning behind on the length of my hair, but all of that product is off of the scalp. So I do that. It's super easy. I love it. It makes my life so much easier. And after we wrap with that, we move on to step 4, which is the leave-in. It's important to apply, for me at least, a leave-in at this stage because the hair shaft is open. It's ready to take in a nice like lightweight hydrator. Just really, it drinks it up at this point in time. I have been recently using, I mean recently as in the past, well, because it's like half gone, past like couple of months, the Emerge, my main BFF leave-in conditioner. And this is also a fabulous value. This is 15.5 fluid ounces and this is $7. This is a brand that you can get only at Target, I believe, and it's owned by Unilever, which isn't great, but it's also owned by the same company that owns Shea Moisture, so that's interesting. But this has Pequi oil, which is just a really great moisturizer, and it also has fair trade shea butter. So yeah, I will apply this section by section, kind of gently finger detangling a little bit while I go through this process. I also like a plethora of other leave-in conditioners. There's so many good ones. Adwoa, the brand I talked about, they make one called the Baomint Leave-In Conditioning Styler. A holy grail for me forever, as you can see again, pretty much gone, is the Curls Blueberry Bliss. Again, the Verb Curl Leave-In, almost gone. And Miss Jessie's Leave-In Condish. This is kind of hard to find online now. I'm not sure if they discontinued it, but I just noticed that in my research. So yeah, but there's plenty of other options here, clearly. Moving into step 5, we have cream. And you will notice with me where there is leave-in, there is cream. I must use both for a perfectly hydrated strand. I also like to match my brands here. I just find that works best for me. The leave-ins and the creams with most brands were formulated to be used together, and that's just what I find works best on my hair. So I have been using the Emerge, my everything Buttercream. Here she is, nice big tub. I also want to mention that these products smell really, really nice. They have sort of like a florally fresh, lightly sweet fragrance. So these smell really, really nice as the final sort of step in the hair. But with that said, where there is an Adwoa leave-in, there's an Adwoa cream. This is the curl defining cream. We've got Miss Jessie's multicultural curls. Actually, when I use this, I don't have to use a gel after it. Typically, it has a very, very strong hold. Verb curl cream, I've been through like 2 or 3 of these. They are lovely. Close to final step in this sort of layering of my hair product styling steps comes gel. This is the one I've been reaching for. This is the Can2 Maximum Hold Moisture Retention Styling Gel with flaxseed and olive oil, the longest name in the world, but here she is. Fantastic value as well. Got this at Target. This is 18.5 ounces and it was $5. Are you kidding me? This also has a really nice scent to it as well. It's maybe a little bit more perfumey than some of the other products I use, but again, since this is kind of like sealing in all of the good moisture that we just applied to the hair for my low porosity hair, I just find this to be a very crucial step. It locks everything in. I like a heavy gel, so it's got some weight to it. It elongates the curl. I know a lot of people like the wet line gel, which is probably what I'll buy next. This one's kind of similar, maybe to like an Eco Styler. I've actually never used Eco Styler gel, which is like blasphemous as a curly, I know. But anyway, love this stuff. I will kind of use like a pull and prayer method, we'll call it. I'll pull on each section and then the prayer hands follow. I kind of use smaller sections when I'm applying the gel versus my leave-ins and creams, just to make sure I'm catching every strand. Every strand kind of forms a cast, a really strong, juicy curl. I did want to mention that I don't like a particular gel. I really think you should avoid it. And perhaps you can hear why. It's actually the Emerge gel. It's like water. It literally pours out of this like water. And so maybe if you had like a tubey curl or something, this would work for you. But for me, this is just not enough hold. So I would avoid that if your hair is anything like mine. Just wanted to mention that real quick. That's the only product I'm gonna hate on in this whole video. Step 7, I will apply a heat protectant. The one I've been using as of late is the R&Co 1. You can also use this as like a detangler. It has like the strongest scent in the world though. And I'm not someone who's like, well, that's a lie. I was about to say I'm not that sensitive to fragrances, but sometimes I am. If you're someone who's sensitive to fragrance, this is like a lime alcohol perfume. It is so strong. So I'm using it up because I like bought it recently, but honestly, you could use any heat protectant you want. You could use It's a 10, you could use whatever. You could even use, this is not cruelty free, but you know, classic Tresemme heat tamer spray. We know her and love her from the OG days of YouTube. Yeah, I just use some sort of heat protectant because now I pull on each strand, and with a concentrator on the end of my blow dryer just kind of keeps my hair away from those hot metal plates and distributes the heat more evenly. Using low heat, I stretch the roots quite a lot, especially on the bottom sections, and then gently kind of stretch the rest of the length of the hair. I'll use cool shots here and there to, you know, stretch with like cool heat, well, no heat basically at the bottom lengths of my hair, and also just kind of set in the stretch that we've got on those roots. I can't believe I almost forgot to mention, I don't use the blow dryer though until my hair is like 90% dry, which is why it would be really nice if I had a diffuser, because I basically, after I finish using my gel, I just have to sit there for like hours until my hair gets about like 90%, 95% of the way dry. I'll do that all over in kind of small sections, just depending on the look I'm going for, especially these front bits of my hair that are shorter. I actually use it's like I use progressively less heat the closer I get to the top of my hair. But yeah, so that's pretty much the whole process after I've lengthened the roots. By the time it's finished, I might have like the rest of my day, like afternoon, evening-ish, to go do whatever my plans were. But sometimes I am really slow about doing the routine and it might already be time for bed. So then I will just put my hair in a pineapple. I use some sort of satin scrunchie. I might need to use 2 scrunchies sometimes if my hair is particularly floppy and needs some height to it, so I can like lay flat on a pillow and not have any issues. And then I'll go to bed on another satin pillowcase too. I always sleep with a satin pillowcase. I travel with a satin pillowcase, and it was cheap. I got it for like $5 online somewhere. And with that is my entire routine. I basically wake up the next day, just kind of shake my hair out. I might like twist it up and put it in a bun and in a shower cap so I don't ruin all of the work I did the day before. Step 8 is what happens probably on day 2, where I just like kind of smooth and scrunch in a little bit of an oil or serum. I typically go for the Verb Ghost oil. This one's almost gone. Got a backup. Again, I've been through like 4 of those. So yes, please feel free to ask me any questions that you may have down in the comments below. Otherwise, that is it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.